The president at least appeared to brush off any disappointment over the rejection he was dealt by Republicans. Not so much over the border wall, but over his use of this national emergency power to build one. He plowed ahead in a celebratory mood and said in the next few days, without specific evidence, that the federal government will sign contracts to build hundreds of miles of new wall. Surrounding himself with praise and law enforcement.
Our hats are off to you again, sir.
The president turned a critical reprimand from Congress into an Oval Office event to boost his leadership style.
You're keeping your word by vetoing this legislation.
Using the power of the pen for his first ever veto.
So let's get this signed, right?
The president blocked Congress's effort to stop the national emergency he declared to build a southern border wall. And he played down the sizable defections from his own party. 25 Republican lawmakers had joined Democrats to reject his national emergency as an overreach of executive power. But Mr. Trump claimed he had not twisted any arms.
I said, I want you to vote your heart. Do what you want to do. I'm not putting any pressure. I'll let him know when there's pressure, okay? And I told him that.
Yet he called Republicans who voted with him courageous.
I have to, in particular, thank the Republican, strong, wonderful people, the Republican senators that were on our side and on the side of border security.
Speaker Pelosi labeled the president's actions a lawless power grab, announcing her next move. On March 26, the House will once again act, voting to override the veto. However, a two-thirds majority is needed and considered unlikely. With immigration central to his campaign,
Finish that wall because we built a lot of it.
the president seemed eager to tangle with Democratic challenger Beto O'Rourke.
I see a new candidate who's in the mix. He wants to take down the walls. Try that sometime. You'll see what will happen.
The former Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke has said publicly he would want to remove walls at the border. That appears to be what the president was referencing there. And Chuck Schumer, the leader of Democrats, on this windy morning here at the White House, said that Democrats would persist in trying to uphold the Constitution, and they will again vote not only in the House, but perhaps in the Senate to try to override that veto. But as it stands right now, it appears that there are not sufficient votes to override the president's veto.